everyone. Welcome to The Reasons I'm Broke with Daniel.
And Kelly.
This is a podcast. We're going to be talking about comic books, movies, television, toys, statues, all the things that take our money away. And it's going to be fun. This is our first one. It'll only improve from here. If you have any suggestions, definitely please leave us some constructive criticism down below or wherever you're listening this from. We're going to start off with the comic books that we enjoyed this week. We mainly read DC. I do pick up a couple of indie books. We do enjoy the Adventure Time stuff, Ultimate Spider-Man, but this week we got the number zeros, a couple of them, Green Lantern and Detective Comics number 0, TMNT, the Fugitoid miniseries, and the Silk Spectre number 3. Let's go ahead and start with Green Lantern number 0. Kelly, what'd you think about it?
I really liked it. I thought it was a great beginning to this character. Wasn't as story deep as I would have liked, but it did introduce him. The criticism that I had, and sorry if I spoil this for anybody, he is an Arab American, and this takes place 11 years after 9/11, and they're still like, oh, you're an Arab, you drove those planes into the tower, you're here to destroy us all.
Yeah, that was pretty silly. I felt like they should have focused more on the character itself and not so much how everyone else was treating him. It's kind of, we already kind of saw the same type of attitude on Hal Jordan and didn't switch up too much with the introduction of Simon. That's the new Green Lantern's name. I would say probably skip out on it unless you're a really big Green Lantern fan. Not necessary. The regular Green Lantern series, definitely get it. If you're not picking up that book, it's awesome. Written by Jeff Johns. Great series. The number 0, not so much necessary. What do you think? Same thing?
Yeah, I agree. You go to Wikipedia and you read up about him, and there's number 0. Right
Essentially, there. Yeah. There's not too much. Detective Comics number 0, a lot cooler, I thought, than the Green Lantern number 0. Gave you a little bit of a background on Bruce, some of his training, the couple of people he met. I don't want to necessarily spoil this one, but gives you a good idea on why it is so hard for Batman to really get close to anyone, either romantically or just on a personal level, from friendship to love. This really pinpoints it down. If you haven't read it yet, any of the New 52 books, this is probably the first time they kind of addressed that issue.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with that one. Definitely better than the Green Lantern. Alfred kicked ass, but he always does. So that was great to see Alfred really being the Alfred that we've grown up with and that we know, where he just unfailingly stands up for Bruce, no matter what.
Yeah, definitely recommend it. The New 52 overall, what have been your thoughts on it now that we're a little over a year from the debut of the New 52? About a year now, yeah.
I thought they did a great job. I think it takes a lot more of my money because they've done such a great job. The Night of Owls was fantastic.
Phenomenal.
It was amazing. Reinventing that character and getting to see Batman, not only you have him by himself, and then you have him interacting with the Justice League, and then how he deals with his own son and the other, Bat siblings, I guess is what you would call them. They've done a great job of maintaining his character across all the different series that they've done.
Yeah, I felt Batman has been great. The Batman and Robin series is probably my second favorite, right behind the Batman. If any of you haven't been reading Batman by Scott Snyder and the artist Greg Capullo, highly recommend it. Right now, the death of the family is about to start, and that's going to have the return of the Joker since he escaped and had no face.
Cut off his face.
Really excited. Really, really excited for that, especially with the Court of Owls, how awesome that was. There's no reason not to get the Batman series right now, whether you're a Marvel fan or not, or DC, Indie, any of those. Get the Batman books. Who isn't a Batman fan? Let's face it.
Everyone's a Batman fan.
And Batman and Robin has been great. You see Batman deal with the issue of being a father. And Damian, I really like Damian. A lot of people don't. They think he's kind of a brat. I enjoy that. It's much different than the rest of the Robins. Some of them are more whiny, like Jason Todd or Dick Grayson. But Damian is definitely my favorite Robin so far, especially with the New 52.
Yeah, I agree. They've shown that connection where Damian really wants that father figure, and how Bruce is trying, but he can't do it. And that, again, ties into the Batman number 0, why he has such a hard time.
A lot of people have been pointing out with the New 52 that it's become convoluted again. with the introduction of Earth 2 and some of the series not exactly being specific on where it lands on the timeline. Detective Comics, Batman the Dark Knight, Batman and Robin, for example, a lot of people are confused. They're like, well, which one goes where? Is one, a year from now, or what's going on? I think that could potentially discourage some new readers. But overall, I thought the New 52 has been doing pretty good. I thought it brought sales to not only DC, but Marvel and Indie. A lot of people picked up more of these DC books and went, hey, you know what? I also just saw The Avengers or Captain America. I'm going to try to pick up that book as well. Sales have gone up, all three ways, Indie, DC, and Marvel. Next, Silk Spectre. What did you think of Silk Spectre number 3?
This is probably one of my favorite series that are out right now. I was really, really skeptical about the Before Watchmen because Watchmen was so great in what it was. And, they said before Watchmen, they're just trying to earn money, they're going to ruin everybody. And they really haven't. They've done a fantastic job. With the exception of the comedian, who I don't like anyway, you really feel for these characters. You see what they've been through. It elaborates more than just the Watchmen did.
Silk Spectre has definitely been my favorite as well. Mm-hmm. It's a great, solid book. Darwin Cook is a great writer. Amanda Connor's art has been fantastic. My favorite of the Before Watchmen series, followed by, I'm in between Dr. Manhattan and Minutemen. Those have been really good.
Minutemen has been amazing as well.
I believe it's written and drawn by Darwin Cook. He does that entire book by himself. Excellent, excellent series. If you're a fan of Watchmen, do pick this up. Either go back and get some back issues or wait for the trade. Either way, highly recommend it. It doesn't ruin Watchmen. It's been a solid title overall, and it's good. It's good. It's good stuff.
Well, even when we were going back and we watched Watchmen the other night, I felt it added to the experience of Watchmen. Because it's, okay, I know more about this character. I feel more for them and what they're going through in this moment.
That's exactly right. Especially, there is a moment in which they describe how the comedian got that pin with the smiley face. Mm-hmm. And that really that exactly right there. That is the whole point of the Before Watchmen stuff. Now, you may not like comedian, but that little moment, those little tiny moments in the Before Watchmen series, that's what you pay for. That's exactly the kind of thing that you enjoy out of these books. Moving on, upcoming books, again, Death of the Family by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. It's coming up quick. Joker's going to come back and essentially try to take down the Bat family, but in particular, Barbara Gordon, who is now Batgirl as of the New 52. The number 0 for Batgirl, Batman and Robin are coming out this week. Really excited for the Batman especially. Greg Capullo is coming back after taking the one break at number 12, I believe. And Batman and Robin, of course, just mentioned, second favorite series on DC. We'll have reviews of that next week. Arkham Unhinged has been okay. It's more of a prequel to the Arkham City game, so you don't really get too much out of it. The series, I don't know if it was Arkham Unhinged. There was one before this. I think it was just called Arkham City. Before Arkham City came out, this kind of tied Arkham Asylum and Arkham City together, and I felt, okay, this is worth reading. Arkham Unhinged, not so much. Most of those are not written by Paul Dini, who wrote Batman the Animated Series and Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Did you like the Arkham Unhinged books?
I don't even remember them, if that tells you anything. I'm sure I've read them, but just nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah, nothing too big on those guys. Skip the Arkham Unhinged, I think. Justice League number 12 is getting a reprint. It's the one with Superman and Wonder Woman. Second printing for anyone that didn't get it. Sold really, really well. So if you haven't gotten yours, check it out. If not, there's a reprint coming up. And finally, Adventure Time Marceline number 3 is the next one we are looking forward to. Mm-hmm. I believe that's 3 of 4. There's only 4 issues that are coming out. And the Adventure Time series, both the single comic and the Marceline, have been really good, really funny. I feel like it's better than the show. It's funnier. It's better written. The pacing is great. It's not like random as some people would call it that are turned off to the show. I like the show, but I think I like the comic better.
I agree. I like the comic a lot. It's done by the same writers as the show, isn't it?
I don't believe so, no.
No? Mm-mm. Well, whoever does, they do a fantastic job. They stay true to all the characters and all the situations that I feel they would actually get into with making it hilarious.
And what I like is the writer adds little messages at the bottom of every page in very light green text. You know, I wanted to do this, but they wouldn't let me. One example is one of the characters. He sucks up the entire universe, so there's nothing. Literally, just sucks it all up in his bag, and there's just a black page. You turn the page, and then the book starts again. But the editor put at the bottom something like, "I wanted to just have the rest of the book be nothing but black pages, and that have that be it." But the editors wouldn't let me. So it's that kind of thing that really makes it worth getting. So good stuff. If you have any suggestions, definitely let us know. Any of the books coming out, we'll probably try to check them out, give you our thoughts on them. I know the Aquaman series has been great. The Swamp Thing has been awesome too. I just haven't gotten around to reading those. I'll probably pick up the trade sometime this week. The Aquaman trade just came out, I think, a week or two ago. I'm going to check it out. I'll give you your thoughts later on. Let's move on to some video games. I've been playing New Super Mario Bros. For the 3DS, and what have you been playing?
I've been playing Pokemon Conquest as much as I can.
And yeah, the Pokemon Conquest is on the regular DS. You can play it on both the 3DS and the DS, DS Lite, DSi. New Super Mario Bros. 2, I think, is a lot of fun. Classic Mario. A lot of emphasis on coin collecting, which kind of gives it a little bit of a spin to what you're normally used to. Doesn't change anything, which is great. I don't want them messing too much with the classic formula. That's why you buy these games. If you want something different, you buy Super Mario 3D or Super Mario Galaxy.
Paper Mario.
Paper Mario is another one. You don't change what those titles have going for it. I want classic Mario. Why? It's still fun, yet challenging. I love it. Really good. Highly recommend it. One of the best 3DS titles out there. Pokemon Conquest, let us know. What'd you think?
I love Pokemon Conquest. It's completely different from the other Pokemon games, which I know turned off a lot of people. It's more of a Fire Emblem style rather than regular Pokemon. But it was great. It wasn't too difficult, which I'm not a very good game player, so that was really good for me. I couldn't put it down. I love that game.
Yeah, when I heard Pokemon and Fire Emblem, almost like a merging of those two, I felt like this is going to be great. And they almost didn't bring it to the U.S., and they finally did. And boy, it sold pretty well for a while. You couldn't find it at any GameStop or Target or anywhere. So it's great game. I haven't gotten to play it yet, but she recommends it. Speaking of Pokemon Black and White 2, right around the corner. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited. I thought Black and White, this in spite of the 3D graphics that they kind of switched it up on, not so much pixelated or hand-drawn as it has been, it was still a really good game, Black or White. They were both great. Now you got the sequel. I can't remember how many years it takes place after the...
I thought it was 5.
5 years.
So it's 5 or 7. It's something like that.
And the cool thing is you kind of see how time has progressed in the universe. Gold and Silver sort of did that, if I remember correctly.
A little bit.
Some of the gym leaders changed. You got the, I think Koga became an Elite Four member.
Mm-hmm. His daughter took over his gym. Oh, that was a great game. I think that was my favorite Pokemon game.
And now there's more Pokemon on the way to take away our money. Make us broke again. Keep us broke just for all time.
Just for all time. Pokemon. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm looking forward to continuing my romance with N. We went on that date last time. That was a lot of fun.
On the carousel, right?
No, on the Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel.
We had the Ferris wheel, and then I went to his house later, remember?
See, I did the same thing, so what does that mean for my character?
Everybody likes N, I don't know. He does have long hair, maybe it goes both ways.
Maybe. That's okay, I can live with that. Movies, we saw the Expendables 2. A lot of fun. Expendables 1, I really enjoyed. It was both directed and written by Stallone. Expendables 2, it was not directed by Stallone. I believe he just co-wrote it. I liked Expendables 1 a little bit more, but 2 had more cameos. You got Chuck Norris in there, bigger role for Arnold, Bruce Willis, same thing. And you kind of see them all at one point near the end, just kill everyone. So it's silly, it's over the top. You're not going to get much of a plot, but that's exactly what you go and see.
Right. Well, that's why you're going to that movie. It's all your favorite action heroes from growing up, and they're all just killing each other. Just killing people and their one-liners and all the references, and it was hilarious. I still swear it was written by a 15-year-old boy who just had no idea of romance or plot, and he's just like, okay, they'll walk in here, and then this will just happen. Well, why did that happen? It makes no sense. But it was still really good. Even if you just go to make fun of it, you're going to get a good laugh out of it.
Of course, yeah. That's really... I still expected one of our favorite action stars at the moment, Liam Neeson, to pop up at some point, and he wasn't. I hope he's in the third one if they make an Expendables 3, because Liam Neeson, seeing him kick ass and Taken, I mean, right there, you just know, oh, this guy he's amazing. I once heard this kid at GameStop, I think you might have been there, he was yelling at his friend, and he goes, "Don't make me go Liam Neeson on you." The kid was like maybe 11 or something, and then this was back when Taken first came out, and I was like, you know what? Taken's doing really good. These kids should know that Liam Neeson, if you take his daughter, he will find you, and he will kill you.
But Liam Neeson's cooler than all those guys, though, so they don't want to be overshadowed. That's what it was.
Because they have Expendables 3, they take something of Liam Neeson's, the whole crew, the Expendables crew, and it's just the entire movie Liam Neeson taking out all of them. I would be okay with that. Taken 2 is coming up. Mm-hmm. Really excited. Different director, so it's going to have a different feel. A little worried at first, but I saw the trailer and I got excited.
I got excited most for the villain. That was it. When I saw that, I was done.
The most interesting man in the world.
I don't always take people, but when I do, it's Liam Neeson's daughter.
Yeah, it's going to be great. The trailers did make it seem like Liam Neeson and his wife did get back together. I'm not a fan of that, but as long as it's another excuse for Liam Neeson to go around killing a million people, I'm totally all right with it.
Yeah, I'm not thinking it's going to have much of a plot. Not that the first one really did either, but I'm excited to see him kill people.
Yeah, another one coming out, opening this week, I believe, is the Resident Evil Retribution. I think it's the 4th or 5th in the Resident Evil series. People keep watching them. They make money.
I don't watch them.
I've seen them all. But I only paid for 2 of them. I think I saw the last 2 on Netflix. I was like, yeah, I'm really not going to go to the theaters.
Not going to give them your money.
But me and one of my buddies often do the bad movie nights, and I think Resident Evil Retribution is going to be it. It's going to be the last one in the series, and you're going to have Leon Kennedy finally in it.
I don't play Resident Evil either. I don't care.
So on TV, you got the Robot Chicken DC special. It was on Cartoon Network. It did more of a Super Friends type of parody than it did the Bruce Timm animated universe or the comic books, although there were subtle nods to both of them, like you saw Harley Quinn in there at one point, Bane, of course, breaking Batman's back repeatedly. It was really funny. I know you're a big fan of Robot Chicken.
I am. Big fan of Robot Chicken, big fan of DC, so this was amazing for me. We watched it twice already, and I will probably watch it again.
The Superman bits were the funniest. If any of you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, they were perfect. They fit in with every idea that we've ever had of Superman.
We're going to give you some spoiler alert here. And there, you had your chance. Superman kisses all kinds of...
Everyone. Everyone.
All men, except for Lois Lane, who was the very first one. And that's where he got his idea, like, ooh, well, maybe I'll use my kissing power on... I think it was Superman 2 when he kissed Lois Lane and she forgot everything. Her memory was erased. Yes, it did.
That's terrible.
And just seeing Superman going around kissing Solomon Grundy, Riddler at some point, Lex Luthor. Really funny. Brainiac, that bit
was the best.
Fantastic.
But I still stand by my theory that he imagined they were all Batman. Because Superman is very gay for Batman.
Super gay for Batman. And people are obviously going to say, who isn't? And you're right. Who is not super gay for Batman?
I'm straight, but...
So it doesn't count for you. I'm super gay for Batman. Moving on to a segment, Mumble Nini Reviews. This is definitely spoilers. Mumble Nini will give us a rundown every week of something, whether it's a movie, comic book, or in this case, it's going to be on the Robot Chicken DC special. Mumble Nini will give us that summary. And go ahead, take it away, Mumble Nini.
Oh, well, I was watching Robot Chicken DC special. I was like, oh no, it's Robot Chicken DC special. And it opens, and Superman like, I kiss everyone, I pretend I'm Batman. Mwah! And then kiss him all, they all fall in love with him. And he go, oh no, but you're not Batman. And then he was sad. And then Aquaman's like, oh, I'm a little pansy and everybody hates me. But then everyone's like, aha, we hate you, Aquaman. But then he went and he joined the Hall of Justice, and then they laughed, but there was thunder and rain, so he had to go roll up his windows, Lex Luthor, because he left him down. And then he got kicked in the face with the kickball, and we all laughed, because he's impervious except for kickballs. And then in the end, he brings in a Trojan horse cake, and he's like, Aquaman, I'm going to take down the whole Justice League. And then the whole League of Shadows or whatever, they pop out of the cake, and then they start fighting the Justice League. And then the Joker's there, and he sprays pee in Batman's face, and he's like, oh no. And then Harley Quinn's like, oh, but it's my pee. And Batman's like, oh, that's okay. But Bane comes and breaks his back again. And then they all fight, and then Superman kisses more people, and then they all live happily ever after at the end.
Thank you very much, Mumble Nini. That's the Reasons I'm Broke podcast. If you find us on Twitter at Reasons I'm Broke, let us know this week why were you broke? Hashtag Reasons I'm Broke. Let us know what you thought, and thank you very much. I was Daniel again.
And I'm Kelli.
See you next week.